One size fits all in fitness isn't the answer. It just isn't. And I can promise you, after 28 years of doing this, I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. Hey there, Coach Devin here. Okay, so I'm having a conversation with a client, wants to lose weight, and she's saying, what are our goals? And I've already created a program for her, created a food plan for her, and she's like, all right, great, I'm gonna do that. I'm like, okay, so the first week goes by, she's had some results, she's not super happy with the results so far, but nobody really is in the first week. She looks different, and she's like, I can see by my before and after pictures I look different, but it's that first week. Everybody's in that, I want to see instantaneous results, I want a huge change, but it doesn't work that way, unfortunately. If I could give that to people, I'd be a very rich man, but I can't because it takes time. The process takes a little while. And she says to me, one of the things that I hear all the time, and it drives me crazy. So she says, okay, I said, how was your workout, today? Or it was yesterday, I guess. So I was like, how was your workout yesterday? And she's like, it was good. I didn't do what you asked me to do. I decided to do something different. I was like, okay, cool, that's fine. If you want to try something different, that's cool by me. What'd you do? And she said, I decided to do a Pilates video. And because a friend of mine rather, said that Pilates totally changed her body, best results she ever got. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, what, you don't like Pilates? I'm like, no, listen, I'm not against Pilates, but what Pilates does and what you're trying to do are different things. And she's like, well, but my friend said that Pilates really changes your body a lot. And I'm like, I know, but it's a different situation. So let me break this down for you. I hear this a lot. It's either Pilates or yoga or, I don't know, jogging. There's always something in there that people will come and they'll say, Devin, I need to lose some weight or I need to change my body. And I say, okay, that's cool. I can do that. I do that all the time. We do it quite often at work. That is stuff I know how to do. I can do that for you. I can make a change for you. And they say, great. You start programming for them. You give them food planning and they start to do it. And about a week or 2 weeks in and they start to see some changes. And then invariably one of their friends, coworker, spouse, whatever, says, oh, but I do this. And right away they're like, okay, I need to change tacks, change gears. I'm going to do what they did because they say they got the best. And I understand it. And I get it because of the fact that, when your friend says, hey, do this, it's something you go, oh yeah, okay, my friend knows what the heck they're talking about. I should do what my friend says. Okay, here's where it drives me crazy. I'm sorry, I shouldn't get annoyed with it, but it does. Here's where that falls down. I've done this. I've been in health and fitness for 28 years. That's a little while. I've owned a gym for 11 years. I have helped literally hundreds of people lose thousands of pounds. That is not an exaggeration, that's just a fact. I've helped hundreds of people completely change their bodies. That's something I know how to do. I'm good at that. I'm not good at a lot of things. There's a ton of crap I'm not good at. I'm sure you could, throw a dart and hit something that I'm not good at. I'm not good at a lot of things, but one thing I am very good at when it comes down to brass tacks is I can help people lose weight and get fit. I know that because I have a ton of experience in it. What drives me nuts is when you give somebody something and you say, here's the programming, here's your food, and they go, okay, but my friend says that I'm going to do something slightly different. I get it, you want to trust your friend. I understand that, it makes sense, but here's what I can tell you. Your friend doesn't know what they're talking about. In this instance, let's break it down for a second. Pilates is not built to lose fat. Pilates is built for core strengthening, a lot of other things, but is not built to lose fat. It's like saying I'm going to do yoga because I want to be a long distance runner. Yoga is good for you, makes you more flexible, it's good for your mind, makes you happier, all kinds of things. Does it make you a better runner? No, it doesn't. Pilates is not going to burn fat. It's good to do it. Any exercise of any kind is good. I'm always on board. If somebody says, Devin, I could do nothing or I could do, an exercise of some sort, I'm always going to go for the exercise. If you're going to go for a walk, it's always better than sitting on the couch. Those are facts. You want to burn more calories, be more active. It's good for you. However, you have to look at what you're doing and what your goal is. If your goal in this case is to burn fat and be leaner, yoga and Pilates are not the way to do that. They will make you flexible, yes. They'll probably be good for your head, yes, but they're not going to burn fat. If you were completely someone who sat on the couch and did nothing all day, yeah, then they're going to burn a little bit of fat. But this case, this person is already pretty active already. So you know what? If you want to burn fat, doing yoga and Pilates is not the answer to that, which is why I gave this person the program I gave them in the first place. I gave this client that program because the program is built for you to burn fat. That's what it was for. I'm not doing it just for fun. I'm not doing it because I'm lazy. I'm not doing it because I think it'd be funny to give you something to do. I'm giving it because it has a specific reason for it. And it is amazing to me in my industry, I get this all the time. I've been doing this a long time. Like I said, it's 28 years I have been in health and fitness. People still argue with me about whether or not what I'm giving them is the right thing to do. You don't go to your hairstylist and say, are you sure about that? Are you sure how you're putting that stuff in my hair? Is that actually going to change the color? Is that going to work right? I think there's something else, because my friend said if you use a different color, it will work better. You don't do that. You don't go to an accountant and tell them, no. That's not how you file taxes. You don't go to your lawyer and argue with if they're signing paperwork for your house and you're like, oh, I think that's the wrong form. A real estate agent, you don't say to them, hey, listen, the offer letter you're writing, that's not right. My buddy says that you do it on a piece of loose leaf or whatever. You don't do those things. But for some reason in health and fitness, people have a hard time not saying, okay, I'm going to trust you in what you do. And maybe that's because there's a lot of bad trainers around. That's not untrue. There are some bad trainers out there. I'd be the first one to admit it. I've seen them in the past. There are some people who don't know what they're talking about, and they're working in this industry, but that happens in every industry. It's a fact. It happens everywhere. But for some reason, in health and fitness, people want to believe their friends, family, spouse, coworker, Jimmy down the street, because they know how to be fit, because they did something and it worked for them. A one-size-fits-all thing does not work. Period. One size fits all in fitness isn't the answer. It just isn't. And I can promise you, after 28 years of doing this, I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. I'm not going to just give you some stupid program that doesn't work. The whole point of this is I've thought this out. I'm giving you this because it is appropriate to what your goals are, and it's going to get you where you want to go. And most trainers out there are like that. I think it's important that we start trusting the process a little bit. And what's important for a client, and if you're a client out there, or you're a person who's trying to lose weight and a trainer is giving you a program, if you have a program from someone, trust the process and do it. Don't give it 1 week. This client of mine, 1 week. 1 week, starting to see differences, was already saying, hey, shoot, my before and after is actually pretty good in a week. I'm pretty excited about that. Now I'm ready to change gears. I'm like, no. Trust the program. If the program's 8 weeks long, 12 weeks long, you got to give it the 8 or 12 weeks. If you start messing around and changing it up halfway through, you don't know what is working and what isn't working. If every week you're changing it and you're trying something new and you're reinventing the wheel every single week, you're never going to get ahead, and you aren't going to know what actually works. You have to give something a reasonable chance. What they're doing is akin to being in a relationship with somebody and dating them for a week and going, okay, that didn't work, you're out. I like you a lot. I think there's potential, but because of my friend who said that they were massively in love after 1 week, and I don't know if I'm quite there yet, I'm going to dump you and I'm going to move on to the next person. Or going to your job and doing 1 week at your job and then going, well, I should know everything about the job now, and it's not working for me, so I'm going to quit and go to another job. It doesn't work that way. You got to put in time and energy. Consistently putting in time and energy will get you where you want to go. And it will get you, most programs will help you get there. But you got to trust the process. You have to let the process work. If you don't trust the process, nothing good is going to happen. If you're changing every 5 minutes, nothing good is going to happen. You're going to never get where you want to go. Then you're going to be frustrated and you're going to say, this doesn't work. This trainer sucks, but you've never actually done what the trainer's told you to do. Or whatever my friend said, that doesn't work now, and I'm never going to do it again. Well, maybe you haven't given enough time. Unfortunately, there's no quick fix in health and fitness. It just isn't. It takes time, it takes consistency, and it takes hard work. It's not easy. What I do is not easy for people to stick with. It's hard. And I accept that and I understand that, and it can be tough, but you gotta ride the ups and downs on the wave. You have to understand that consistency and time put in and hard work will give you results if you just let them do it. So stop jumping programs. Stop moving around and saying, I'm gonna try this one and that one, and my friend Bob said this, and Jenny said that. Don't do that. Find a program, stick with the program, do the program. If it's 8 weeks, 12 weeks, whatever it is, finish it. Give it your best, and then you can actually evaluate if it works for you or not. If you have comments, questions, things you want me to talk about, or have you done a program and you're like, man, that really worked really well for me, write them up down below. I'd love to hear from you. Have yourself an amazing day, everybody, and don't fight the awesome.